International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer. The ozone layer, a fragile shield of gas, protects life on Earth from the harmful rays of the sun and thus helps to preserve life on the planet. So, every year on September 16, we celebrate it to spread awareness among the people about the depletion of ozone layer and find possible solutions to preserve it. This year, the theme of the World Ozone Day 2021 is Monitoral Protocol, keeping us our food and vaccines cool. Today's session is all about that. Now, I invite Mr. Tony Francis, Assistant Professor and Coordinator of Bhoomithrasena Club, for the welcome speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know, World Ozone Day is observed on 16th September every year. It is celebrated to spread awareness among people about the importance of ozone layer, about the depletion in it, and the search for possible solutions to prevent it. It is the ozone layer, this delicate shield of gas which protects our Mother Earth from harmful portion of sunlight and help preserving life on Earth. In 1985, scientists has found the first hole in ozone layer over Antarctica, and international communities gather on 16 September 1987, on which the Montreal Protocol was signed. After 7 years, that is in 1994, UN General Assembly proclaimed 16 September the International Day for the Preservation of Ozone Layer, commemorating the signing of Montreal Protocol. After that, as our anchor said, every year on 16 September, Ozone Day was celebrated with this theme. This year's theme is Montreal Protocol, keeping us, our food and vaccines cool. Scientists has estimated that by 2070, the ozone hole will be closed if we continue this effort. So today, St. Mary's College, Manargad, along with the Department of Chemistry, National Service Scheme, and Bhoomithrasena, jointly celebrates Ozone Day. It is my duty to welcome everyone who is gathered here. First of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Punyan Kurian, Principal of St. Mary's College, to this webinar. He is the motivator behind all these programs. I welcome you, sir, to this event. Then, I would like to welcome the speaker of the day, Sri Govind Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, J. Narain Vyas University, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Welcome, Govind sir, to St. Mary's College, Manargad. Then I would like to welcome Dr. Shibi Susan Kuriakos, Head of the Department of Chemistry, to this event. She is the backbone of the Department of Chemistry. Welcome, Shibi Miss, to this event. Next, I would like to welcome the NSS program officers, Sanijam Salu and Jilu Jos, to this event. Also, other faculties from the Department of Chemistry and other departments, especially Sri Manjusha Miss, and students. Especially, I would want to welcome the students who is gathered here in spite of your busy exam schedules. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, Tony sir. Next, with a warm heart, I invite our principal, Dr. Punyan Kurian sir, for the inaugural address.
Good evening, everybody. Our chief guest, Dr. Govind Singh, Sri Tony Francis, Manjusha, my dear colleagues, and dear students, and all other participants. I'm very happy to see that Department of Chemistry is organizing a seminar like this on Ozone Day. Actually, Ozone Day is on 16th, but we are now only able to conduct on this day. As you know, and also mentioned here, Ozone Day is celebrated after Montreal Protocol. And before that, there was a convention called the Vienna Convention. During that convention, actually, the first step was laid for the international cooperation of the reduction in the ozone depleting substances and related activities. And today we are also concerned with the ozone depleting substances, and you know that there are a lot of consumables and day-to-day use materials which are releasing ozone depleting gases into the atmosphere, especially the halogens and the CFCs. So in our day-to-day life also, we have to observe certain control measures or certain ozone depleting substance reduction measures as part of our lifestyle also. I'm sure that the government and the society is actually imposing several restrictions, especially with regard to the production of such materials. But I think the people has to adopt such things in our day-to-day life. That is the best solution or the ultimate solution. I wish all the success for this seminar. I'm sure that we will have a very informative session on this because we have an eminent resource person with us. So I wish a fruitful meeting today. Once again, I congratulate the postgraduate department of chemistry and all other organizations who joined for organizing this seminar. Okay, all the best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, without a further ado, we will turn the time over to our resource person, Mr. Govind Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Geography, Narain Vyas University, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. With immense pleasure, I welcome Mr. Govind sir for the webinar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Divya. Respected Dr. Pannan Korean, Principal St. Mary's College, Dr. Shippy Susane, Head Department of Chemistry, Dr. Tony Francis, Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry, Dr. Alina Abai Abraham, and all staff members, dear students, Bhoomithrasena, and NSS coordinators and volunteers. A very good morning, good afternoon to one and all. I would like to start the PowerPoint presentation. Before this, I will say, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, they become your destiny. You all will agree that we are going to do something on this occasion of International Ozone Day, which was on 16 September. I thank you all for inviting me and congratulating to you for such a beautiful event. Tony sir, I'm going to share my screen. Should I share?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
And I am audible very well.
Yes, sir. You are audible too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Friends, today we are going to discuss, or this is an interactive type of session. I start with some Urdu words that you will understand. Nida Fazli said that कि घर सजाने का तस्वुर तो बहुत बात का है, घर सजाने का तस्वुर तो बहुत बात का है, पहले इसे बचाने का जतन किया जाए. The English translation is, if we want to decorate our house, it is the matter which will be done later. But first of all, we have to save our house. That is the meaning of this shairi. My topic of discussion is ozone, our lifeline, keeping cool. This is because Department of Chemistry is going to organize this event, and I am a man of geography, so I will start it by geography. The Earth's journey is time to time. You can see here, this is the 4.6 billion years ago when Earth started her journey and came from Paleozoic to Cenozoic, and now at this time, and that's so you can see here. I will not waste so much time. I will go. Then International Ozone Day 2021. The theme of the International Ozone Day is Montreal Protocol, keeping us, our food and vaccine cool. You know, September 16 is annually celebrated as World Ozone Day across the world. The most significant event attached to this International Ozone Day is the Montreal Protocol, held in 1987. And in 1994, UN General Assembly proclaimed this day as World Ozone Day. What is ozone? The ozone layer, a fragile shield of gas, protects the earth from harmful portion of rays of the sun, thus helping preserve the life on the earth. You can see here the Montreal Protocol. What is the aim of the Montreal Protocol? The aim is to climate change and help boost energy efficiency in the cooling sector, which contribute to the food security. So today we are going to discuss on three main points. Ozone. The first point is V, and second point is the food security, and third one is for vaccines. What is ozone? You can see here, the ozone is a pungent gas with a slightly blue CO. It's composed of both atoms with oxygen atoms, and nearly 90% of naturally occurring ozone. This layer is spread. Okay, the structure sunlight and with nitrous oxide is doing volatile compound, and ozone is there. The ozone layer is a fragile shield which is covering to all of us from ultraviolet radiation of the sun. Next, the sun emits electromagnetic radiation of different wavelengths, such as deadly ultraviolet C radiation and the harmful ultraviolet B radiation. The ozone layer shields the earth by absorbing all the ultraviolet C radiation and most of the ultraviolet B radiation. You can see a video. I have given a link here. So I think time will be more if it is permittable. Then I want to show a video, but I think it will be late. So you can see, you can copy the link from here. How is the ozone layer under threat? In 1974, scientists Mario Molina and F. Sherwood published a paper highlighting the research on how ozone depletion is caused due to chlorofluorocarbon, that is CFCs, and they won the Nobel Prize in 1995. You can say ozone depletion, what causes depletion? They explain that the chlorine atom released by CFC into the stratosphere catalyzed the destruction of ozone molecules. According to US Environmental Protection Agency EPA, one chlorine molecule can destroy more than 1 lakh ozone molecules before being removed from the stratosphere. What is CFC and HFCs? CFCs escape into atmosphere from refrigeration and propellant devices and process in the lower atmosphere. They are so stable that they persist for years and even decades. In the stratosphere, ultraviolet light breaks the bond holding chlorine atoms to the CFC molecule. A free chlorine atom, you can see here, a free chlorine atom goes to participate in a series of chemical reaction and both destroy ozone and return in the free chlorine atom in the atmosphere unchanged. What causes depletion? You can see two things are here. We are saying contains no CFC, which is depleting ozone. CO2 is not a main depleter, but CO2 is warming our earth. So methyl bromide, methyl chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, halogens, chlorofluorocarbon, and hydrochlorofluorocarbons are the man-made chemicals that have provided most of uh, uh, the chlorine and bromide leading the ozone depletion. You can see here what is net global warming potential. It is GWP. You can see GWP had been introduced to address the overall impact of emission of different greenhouse gases on their reactive forcing by agriculture practices. A net GWP in CO2 equivalent kg hectare one was estimated of emissions of different gases using the relative radioactive forcing factors, that is IPCC 2007. Now you can see temperature and circulation changes affect by ozone. This is ozone decreasing. There is ozone increase area. There is peak warming of 0.4 K and 72 hectare. This is HFC, enhance the stratospheric circulation. You can see HFC warm the troposphere and the stratosphere. HFC enhance the stratospheric circular. Now you can see the trend in the stratospheric ozone concentration in 1970. See the map, 1979 to 2015 from satellite data. You can see here most fragile zone are this. You can see red. Second is green, and all are lights. What will be? What will be after this? You can say less ozone means more ultraviolet in surface. What ozone does? You see, we have heard that the depletion of ozone layer and consequent imminent dangers of biological community in general and human society in particular have become a matter of serious environmental concern to government, scientific community, and general public at local, regional, and global levels. We can see here what are the impacts. You can see here increased incidence and severity of sunburn, increase in eye cataracts, increase in incidence of skin cancer, immune system suppression, increase in acid deposition, lower crop yields, and decline in productivity, which is my field. Uh, you can see in this figure also how the system is interconnected, how the ozone depletion is affecting all other things. Environmental effect of ozone depletion. You can see here what is climate change, What is the impact on increased ultraviolet B radiation reaching Earth's surface? Without ozone or ozone depleting effects is there. Somewhere you feel that heavy rainfall. Somewhere you feel that in Rajasthan like state, now the rain is running. You can see all the things, direct human health effect, damage to materials, plastic, rubber, damage to uh, biological links in human food chain. You can see environment effect like crop and forest damages, human health effect just like respiratory illness or heart problems. You can see rise in incidence of skin cancer. You can see terrestrial reduced crop yield and uh, plant growth. You can see aquatic life, change in aquatic life. You can see eye damages. There are so many effects on there. What are the harmful impacts of ozone layer depletion? You can see human life, what will be on human layer, increased ultraviolet radiation reach on the Earth's surface that are harmful for human health. So many diseases are coming, and newly introduced so many diseases are coming. You can see here right, increased diseases just like increased ring of skin cancer and infectious diseases and eye related problems. Phytoplankton growth are also, and growth, crop growth is also affecting due to this. Implementation of Montreal Protocol, which is very much need of the time, and it reduced the impact of ozone depletion. The Montreal Protocol also granted an exemption to developing countries to implement the phase out program of the reduction of ozone depleting chemicals, say chlorofluorocarbon and halogens. Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Some
Is
disturbance
there any
came.
is there any problem, sir?
No, no, sir. No. We can
No.
continue.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you can see we have to decrease all these things by from 99, but it may be pointed out that at present the per capita consumption of CFC and halogens in developing countries is very low. But in view the large population of these developing countries, the per capita consumption of CFCs and halogens is expected to increase enormously in the 21st century. According to a survey conducted in 1986, the developing countries consume about 16% of the total world consumption of CFC and halogens per year. So we have to reduce, but the most developed countries are using more them, and they are also decreasing this. Now, the HCFC phase out program, which is scheduled, was introduced in 1992, and later with phase in 2015 and final phase out by 2030 in developed countries and 2014 in developing countries. In 2007, parties to the Montreal Protocol decided to accelerate the HCFC phase out schedule for both developed and developing countries. You can see the size of ozone hole. That is the picture. That is the globe picture of September 2016. This is also on. This is on Antarctic zone. This is from Arctic zone. You can see here from the option unit what is the total ozone is here of Arctic zone. This one is 1985 ozone hole discovered, and 1987 Montreal Protocol was drafted. The false cover view of the monthly average total ozone per over the Arctic pole, and the blue and purple color are where there is a least ozone, and the yellow and red are where there is more ozone. You can see here. Uh, This is the same thing from 1979, 1989, 2006, and 2010. Activity change over the year, you can see from 1979, 1984, 1989, 94, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2005, 2006, 7 and 8. How the ozone destruction and what is the role of which substances are the ozone depleter? Yes, you can see in refrigerator, air conditioned refrigerant, aerosols, foams, solvent. These are the ozone depleter. You can see ozone depleting substance. In short, we are saying ODS. The ozone depletion potential, that is ODP. The ODP is calculated with respect to CFC11, and CFC11 has an ODP of 1. You can see here there are F11, 12, CH3, CCl3, halon. Halon here, different types of halon are there. And this is CCl4. You are the man of chemistry, so you know very well. What is the universal rectification? On 16 September 2009, the Vienna Convention and the Montreal Protocol became the first treaties in the history of the United Nations to achieve universal rectification. This is Kigali Amendment. The parties of the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer reached agreement at their 28th meeting of parties in 15th October 2016 in Kigali, Rwanda, to phase out hydrofluorocarbons, that is HFCs. You can see HFCs don't damage the ozone layer. These are coolants, powerful greenhouse, but these are the powerful greenhouse gases. Reducing their use as agreed, it is expected to avoid up to 0.4 degree of global temperature rise by the end of the century, while continuing to protect the ozone layer. You can see, you can understand that these are protecting the ozone, but they are the global temperature riser. So what can be done for keeping cool? HFC cause a weak net ozone depletion as atmospheric concentration increases and stratospheric temperature is also increasing. You can see here. This is the path from Kigali HFC phase out down timeline. You can see here from 2016 what we have to do. Kigali Amendment adopted. What is 2018 guidelines to develop? 2019 entry into force. 2019 HFC licensing system in place. 2020 eligible capacity out of group first. 24 eligible capacity cut off group 2. Ban on HFC trade with non-parties 2033 and 2047 HFC phase down completed. This is the timeline which UN has decided by Kigali Amendment. The success story, ozone hole, that means you can say the Montreal Protocol has done much more. And what has done by Montreal Protocol, you can see here, Montreal Protocol was come into force in 1987, and you can see original Montreal Protocol was agreed on 16 September 1987, but it was forced in 1 January 1989. Now, at this time, 2015, bringing the total to 197 parties, and this is Vienna Convention. Ozone holes will be consistently smaller than 8 million square mile by 2014. This is the much achievement of Montreal Protocol. These are the 5 amendments. You can see London Amendment, Copenhagen Amendment, Vienna Amendment, Montreal Amendment, and Beijing Amendment. What are the major goals? What we have done up to now? 2008, we have done 8% lower than peak values reached in the late 1990s. In January 2010, marked the end of global production of CFC and halogens under the protocol. This is the map which is showing that we are in 1990 we are top and then we are coming. You can see without the Montreal Protocol and associated agreements, atmospheric levels of ozone depleting substances would have increased tenfold by 2050. And according to global models, the protocol will have prevented 2 million cases of skin annually by 2013, averted damage to human eyes and immune system, and protect wildlife, agriculture, and according to UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. After 1989, more urgent action was therefore necessary before a second meeting of parties in London in 1990. 54 parties as well as two non-party countries agreed in this meeting, and 5 important CFC and Ozone would be phased out by the year of 2000, and other minor CFC and CTC would be controlled over. Achievement by different actions. Number one, under protocol multilateral fund for developing countries. What is this? The fund will enhance incremental cost of ODS phase out. The incremental cost include cost of transfer of technology, purchase of capital equipments, operational cost for switching over the known ODS technology. These are. Second is update on new refrigerant designations and safety classification. Third is managing ODS in refrigeration and air conditioning sector by alternative technology. Fourth one is hydrochlorofluorocarbon HCFC phase out management plan. And fifth one is, that is much important, management of ODS in global fishing industry. Marine fishery is a core, not main economic driver for many countries operating under Article 5 of the Montreal Protocol. Refrigeration is an essential technology for this sector. So, what is the UNEP management for this? Managing protocol combines demand and supply of ODS to vessels, risk of illegal trade of ODS, economic sustainability of this industry, and technology adoption to longer-term alternative and under decision of this protocol. Now the second part is food security. You can see now a time food security is an important issue for all over world, including India. There are three main parts of this food security. One is availability, second is access, and third one is utilization. You can see here in availability, that means what is the production, the processing, water and soil management, and trade stock filling. Access to transport, equitable distribution, marketing, affordability, and purchasing power. That are the factors of access. Then utilization, good health indicators, nutrient food hona chahiye. That will be food safety and quality, clean water, sanitization, that's all. This is an SDG also, Sustainable Development Goal, that is zero hunger. And you can see the ozone layer protect the crops and fisheries that we all rely on for food. The phase out of ozone depleting substances has protected global food security. By protecting the ozone layer, the Montreal Protocol countries to contribute an estimated $460 billion, not accounting for inflation, in global benefits between 1987 and 2016 due to avoided damage to agriculture and fisheries. That is a major achievement. Crops are also vulnerable to damage by excessive ultraviolet radiation. Different crops and even different varieties of some same crop would have been more or less sensitive to this damage. This includes crops grown in tropics where increased ultraviolet radiation reduces the growth of some species and changes the growth form or chemical composition of others. As an overall ballpark figure, the protocol's environmental effects assessment panel concluded that an increase of ultraviolet radiation equivalent to a 10% reduction in stratospheric ozone reduces the growth of many crops by around 6%. It is a drastic change. You can see here, what is the more vulnerable reason uh, uh, which are impacting the ozone depletion. You can see here minus 15 to minus 50% decrease in the crop production. The areas are, you can see in red sea, red ink. You can see India is the part of this. For minus 15 to 0, that is light pink, and 0 to 15 plus, that will be light green, and dark green is these areas will be the new producer areas. Then what will be the future of food and farming by 2020s? You can see here, this is the figure for north, east or Brazil, this area of Brazil. This is Central America. How decreasing? Wheat is decreasing by 9%. Rice is decreasing by, I think, I can't see that. East Africa, maize is decreasing. Now New Zealand, dairy products are decreasing, beef and dairy products. Adoption will be the key. What we have to do? Crops, we have to change it. Livestock, we have to change the pattern. Fisheries, we have to change the pattern. By 2013, climate change will affect food and farming more strongly, particularly small scale production in poor countries. That will be a pleasant figure for the world if we come together. A geographical view of crop patterns, maybe if we all together come. Then 6th point is management of HFC. HFC figure in basket of 6 greenhouse gases, Kyoto Protocol. I will not, I will say additionally, as mandatory Dubai pathway on hydrochlorofluorocarbon adopted in 2015. Parties are working within Montreal Protocol to an HFC amendment 2016 by first resolving challenges by generating solution in contact group of HFCs. This is the hydrochlorofluorocarbon, keeping your home comfort but warming the planet. See around us, see around yourself, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, in your garden, in your living room, garage, in your living room. What you are seeing? What is the facilities you are using, and what is the impact of these facilities on ozone layer? You can see very well. Hydrochlorofluorocarbon as a halocarbon, which do not deplete the ozone layer, but are greenhouse gases. I am emphasizing it. These are not depleting or very less depleting, but these are greenhouse gases, or currently commonly used as alternative of CFC and HCFC. They are warming our earth, which is also not good. The Kigali Amendment 2015 Africa Adaptation Gap Report observed that for a below 2 degree centigrade global warming scenario, the agriculture sector will be hit by up to 40% yield decline and result in a 25 to 90% increase in incident of undernourishment, putting 50% of Africa's population under risk of undernourishment. Not to mention massive economic losses, given that the sector employs up to 64% labor and contributes up to 34% of GDP on an average. So now we come on success story of India. India signed Montreal Protocol in 17 September 99, and per capita consumption of ozone depleting substance is at present less than 3, and did not cross 20 grams between this and this, and heptagram permitted under the protocol. The MOEF has set up to ozone cell as a national unit in our this Ministry of Environmental and Forest Department. You can see there is a ozone cell as a national unit to look after and to render necessary services to implement the protocol and its ODS phase out program in India. India mainly produces and uses 7 of the 20 substance control under the Montreal Protocol. These are CFC 11, 12, 113, alones 1211, alones 1301, and carbon tetrahydrochloride, methyl chloroform, and methyl bromide. These are the achievements I am skipping. India's current represent use is this HACFC 2020, and by 2020 it will be 97.5% phase out. Then third part is the health, which is cooling our vaccine. The big shot, you can see. This is the picture from India Today Group I have. The big shot, very interesting. India accounts for 1 of 4 COVID vaccine doses administered globally. You can see here. This is the global doses, and this is Indian vaccination. 1.303 crore up to 27 August 2021, and world operated 4.5 crore. You can see 1 out of 4 vaccinated person is an Indian. That is a great achievement by India as a developing country. You can see future health burdens of air pollutant, particularly PM 2.5 and ozone, will depend on action taken reduce to its and responsible emission. Better understanding is needed for emission of air pollutant under multiple level pathway. What is health and well-being? This is the SDG, one of the SDG, that is ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being to all ages is essential to sustainable development. 3 decades before SDGs were adopted, United Nations member states were already taking strong action to ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being through global policies and protect the ozone layer. Since the Montreal Protocol was adopted in 1987, and its success in protecting the ozone has delivered benefits to human health and well-being that will endure for the rest of the century. The long road to vaccination. So just simple picture. This is factory. This is going to the country where vaccine is stored. This is going to the regional center where the vaccine is stored. This is going to the clinic and then vaccinated to. Vaccine must be kept between 2 to 8 degrees. I'm just discussing on the COVID vaccine because nowadays this is very important. This is a very interesting map by Economist Intelligence Unit. You can see here COVID-19, especially on COVID-19. COVID-19, when will be widespread vaccination overall be achieved? You can see here. These are the, this color shows late 2021, mid 2022, late 2022, and from early 2023. And India is in late 2022. The most vaccinated in late 2021 will be United States and the Western European part. Rest all the world will be in mid 2022. That is also a developed world. These are developing. and rest all including China, India, these are in 22, and from early 2023 Pakistan, Afghanistan and all African countries. The reach of vaccination is not so easy to everyone in the world. That is a great achievement for India that we have done ourselves. This is the picture of Indian vaccination program. India's ice-lined refrigerator and deep freezer per 10,000 population. You can see here, 0.0 to 0.5, 0.5 to 1. These are the, you can see here. Although having less facilities, our vaccination drive is top vaccination program in the world. This is the latest figure of Indian vaccination program, 26 August 2021. You can see here less than 40% vaccinated area is in this orange, and 80% or 60 to 80 is rest of all. You can see here. So your Kerala is, I think, up to 70 to 80%, in the range of 70 to 80%. This is very nice, and Rajasthan is also in this group. You can see we are the leaders of India. Kerala, Rajasthan, Gujarat, MP, Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, and Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. This is, it is not important. This is my last, but I want to share something. It is not important how many problems will come, but we have to save our Mother Earth with cooperation. This is the cooperative picture, and this is uncertainty ahead. Just be keep quiet. I want to share something. Just see, please. If it is running, it is not. If it is not running, then sir, can you see anything? Can you see a animation movie?
No, sir. Now it's not seen.
It is not,
Only a window is seen.
sir. Some problem is there. I
Yeah,
want
Windows
to.
Internet
Yes.
Explorer page is only seen, but the video is not played.
Video is not clear. Okay, sir, it is not showing. Okay, no problem. I think it is not showing. So I will stop the sharing. Yes, sir. So, sir, I have stopped the sharing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this nice invitation, and I have tried to explain it by geographical view. If there is any query, thank you very much for inviting me, and it handed over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Divya.
If it is possible, kindly start your videos so that we can take a picture. You can.
Okay, sir is saying about kindly on your camera so that he can take a picture for his memory. I think it is your first talk in Kerala, I think.
Yeah, yes, sir. You take please a picture.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
Yes.
കഴിയുന്നവരെല്ലാം നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു വീഡിയോ ഒന്ന് ഓണാക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ സാറിന് ഒരു പിക്ചർ എടുക്കായിരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ഫോർ ഹിസ് മെമ്മറി നമുക്കും സൂക്ഷിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിൽ എടുക്കായിരുന്നു. പറ്റുന്നവരെല്ലാം ഒന്ന് വീഡിയോ ഓണാക്കാവോ? ഓക്കെ, അവിടുന്ന് ഇവിടുന്ന് കോണായി വരുന്നുണ്ട്.
എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് വീഡിയോ ഓൺ ആക്കണേ.
അങ്ങനെ പോയോ? ഒന്ന് ഓണാക്കാവോ? ഒന്ന് ഓണാക്കിയ ജസ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് പെട്ടെന്നൊരു സ്ക്രീൻഷോട്ട് എടുക്കാം.
ബ്ലസ്സി, ഹന്ന, എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് ഓൺ ആക്കിയേക്ക്. ആദിത്യ, ജസ്റ്റ് ആ വീഡിയോ ഒന്ന് ഓൺ ആക്ക. ഹന്ന,
Tony sir, in Rajasthan, when we are attending any national webinar or seminar, then video is compulsory. You can't because it may be that you are sleeping and
No, here we didn't make it compulsory because we are having classes early morning from 8:30 to 1:30, so that the students will not, maybe they will not having enough data with them. That's why. Okay, sir. Next time when we are doing a webinar, that we will do it in a Saturday or in a holiday, and we can keep all our cameras on and watch till the end.
Any query or any discussion at your side is welcome, and I would like to thank to your team, NSS and Bhoomithrasena, and your worthy department of chemistry. Your head madam is sitting here.
yes, yes.
Very nice program is organized by your young fellow. I would like to congratulate you all. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's such a beautiful event, and I feel very happy with you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, Divya, we will proceed into the next session. Not audible. Divya, കേൾക്കത്തില്ല.
ദിവ്യ, മൈക്ക് ഓൺ അല്ല.
മൈക്ക് ഓൺ ആണ്. ഒന്നുകൂടെ can you unmute it and then mute it and then unmute? I think there is some problem with Divya. I welcome Shibi Miss for the felicitation.
Good afternoon, one and all. Respected Principal Dr. Punyagirian sir, our guest of the day, Sri Govind Singh, Assistant Professor, Narain, Vyas University, Jodhpur, and my dear friends and dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate Tony sir for coordinating this wonderful event and for inviting such a knowledgeable person for this event. He succeeded in bringing out all the seriousness of preserving the ozone layer. I am very happy that our students are benefited from this, and they will do accordingly in the future also. September 16, 1987, the day on which Montreal Protocol was signed. Why should we treat September 16 as the World Ozone Day? Because ozone is such an important thing. Our very life is, very existence is dependent on it. This year's theme for the International Day for the Prevention of Ozone Layer is Montreal Protocol, keeping us our food and vaccines full. The Montreal Protocol is one of the most successful environmental agreements to date. As our chief guest has pointed out, there are so many ozone depleting substances, and each time you use a perfume spray or a room freshener, please remember that it may contain CFC, and we are contributing to the ozone layer depletion. We have only one earth to live on. There is no other place for us to go. So it is our duty to do whatever we can to keep the Mother Earth cool. It can be done by protecting the ozone layer from any harm. All we have to do is to be a little more cautious. And we do not have much time left. We do not inherit this earth from our ancestors. We borrowed it from our future generation. We need to act seriously. Otherwise, or if we want to pass the world with a healthy environment to them. I have only one thing to say, and that is act before it is too late. I wish all success in this mission. Thank you. Thank you all.
Divya, can you hear me?
Is it audible?
You are audible.
Thank you, Shidi. Now I would like to invite Alina Abi Abraham, Association Secretary, for the vote of thanks.
It's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the occasion of the World Ozone Day 2021 celebration conducted by St. Mary's College, Manargad, jointly organized by the Department of Chemistry, National Service Team, and Bhoomithrasena Club. The Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Govind Singh, our beloved Principal, Dr. Narain, sir, Head of our Chemistry Department, Dr. Shibisu and Kuriakos, all our respected teachers and students. We have been fortunate to have Mr. Govind Singh as our chief guest here today. Thank you, sir, for spending your valuable time in presenting a wonderful webinar and for the remarks that you have given. Moving on, without the support of our very own principal, Dr. Narain, sir, none of our webinars would have been possible. Thank you, sir, for the inaugural address. At the same time, I'm very thankful to Dr. Shibi Susan Kuriakos, the head of our chemistry department, for the felicitation. Most importantly, I take this occurrence to thank Mr. Tony Francis, assistant professor and coordinator of today's event, as well as of the Bhoomithrasena Club. I want to extend my generous thanks to the National Service Team of our college, our NSS program officers, Mr. Sanitam Salu and Mrs. Jilu Jose, and all the other professors for your valuable presence in the meeting. It has been a tribute to host all the members of the meeting. I am thankful to all the participants, NSS volunteers, and everyone who has worked hard in making this a great success. Thank you all for your presence.
Thank you, Alina. We have come to the end of our webinar. I would like to thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you.